welcome to my channel on paper crafting. Today's layout is going to be the last in the series from September's Collection Obsession challenge, where we choose a collection and create 4 layouts, one a week, using that collection. So I'm using the Full Bloom collection from Uniquely Creative. I have the 6x6 paper as well as the 12x12 paper, 2 embellishment packs. I do have a video on what I have from the collection. That will be listed below, as will a link to the previous 3 videos using this collection. They'll be listed below as well, as will the Facebook group if you want to jump in and join us. So for today's layout, I wanted to use this photo. I was scrolling through my phone, looking at all the photos, and came across this photo that Apple itself had collated the people, obviously, that I take the most photos of, which is my family. And he put them in this nice little grid. And I went, that's a really cool photo, because it's really hard to get, for me, get my family all together and get a photo of the 4 of us. So I thought, that is really cool. I'm going to use it. Now, I do have my son and daughter blanked out there with a circle dot. Both are teenagers or young adults, and sometimes they like their photos being shown, sometimes they don't. So I'm going to respect their privacy and cover their faces. So on the final layout, I may actually have the reverse side shown of the picture, and I'll use that throughout the video when I'm placing things. So just so you know, there is actually a proper photo on the back, but I've already mounted it so that I can do that, and I will do that right now. So there's my photo, and I've decided to go with greens. There's some really nice embellishments in the pack, and greens are a colour I use often, and some nice green bows and a nice banner here looking good. And I wanted to use all these house emblems, or not all of them, the embellishments, sorry, because this photo was taken, all the photos in this collage were taken at our home, and it was taken, I think, it came across my newsfeed sometime during the pandemic when we were all stuck at home anyway. So I thought, well, that's a really nice tie-in, I'm going to try that. So I picked out all the green sort of embellishments and the houses, and I have some green enamel dots I'm going to use as my finishing touch, but also some of these flowers have a pink center and some have a green, and I could only find 2 that had a green center, but there was more that had the pink center. So I thought, well, I'm going to cover that pink up, keep it all as green as I can, and use an enamel dot in the center of the flowers. So for these ones that are pink, and I've got a few choices. I've got this plain enamel dots. There's enough of them to also put some around the layout, which I thought was good. I also have these green enamel dots that are in the shape of flowers. I've covered up the name of them. They are from Stampin' Up. Pretty sure they're retired now. Fun Flowers Resin Shapes. And I thought they would be a cool embellishment, like a cool center for the flower. Don't know if it's going to work, but that's a choice as well. And there's really enough there to scatter them around the layout as well. And then the last choice was these matte decorative dots. And these are in 3 different shades of green. I'm not sure about these. They're a little bit dull because they're matte. I don't know if they're going to work. I don't know if they're big enough to go in the center of the flower. I'm not sure that's what I want, but I just picked out everything that I had in embellishments that was green, like enamel dot wise. So that is what I've got to play with. So now I'm going to, and the background, sorry. So they're all the embellishments. Move them out of the way. Alright, now the other thing was the background. I chose just a plain white piece of cardstock, and I thought it would be fun to do just strips of different patterned papers. I don't want it to be too girly because there's 2 males in the photo, so I don't want it to be like too girly, but I don't want it plain either. So I thought maybe like something like this that's not overly girly. It's still got a bit of floral, but it's also a lot of just texture. So possibly that. And I thought I'd want a few strips of paper in the background. So definitely this one, because it's got the green tie-in. Not sure about this one, if that's a little bit too girly. So I'll keep going through them to work out which other one I want. Possibly this one as well, because it's a bit neutral, just the dots. Definitely not the black and white, because I've got black and white the houses, so I didn't want them to blend into the black and white background. No, and I think I might be repeating some here. Not the black and white, that's too floral. I'm not sure about this one. I might only go with the 3. That is too much. So, alright, so we'll go with these 3, I think. And I'm just going to cut strips. Now, I don't know what size strips I'm going to do. Maybe 2 inches. I don't know. Let me just cut the bottoms off them all, because I did that. If you go back and look at one of my other layouts I did, I think it was layout 2. I actually completed the page. And then I forgot that I had left, I didn't notice at all, that I had left this strip on the bottom of it. And it was only after I posted the video and I'm watching it going, oh my gosh, I've left the bottom on it. And I even had washi tape along it as an embellishment. And I did not realise that that strip was on the bottom. Oh dear. So after I finished filming, I lifted the embellishments off in that section and cut the strip off. Because I didn't realise, actually, until I was putting the page in a page protector in my album. I went, why is it not fitting? Why is it sticking out the top? And then I watched the video and went, oh, yeah, I forgot to take that strip off. Anyway, it's weird. I didn't even notice that. Like, it's so obvious, but anyway. Alright, so I think I might do 2-inch strips. I don't want it too busy, so that means I'll get 6 strips, so 2 of each. And I might do 2 from the middle, so it's not too florally. I mean, I'm going to add a bit of floral as well on the page, but I don't want it overly girly. Alright, so that's that one. And then 2 strips of this one. This may not work. I just get these ideas in my head sometimes and I just go with it, you know. Who knows what's going to work? So, like my normal videos, I will probably stop talking at some stage, speed it up and add music in. So, because I'm sure you don't want to listen to me gab on and try and argue with myself of where I'm putting an embellishment and change my mind a million times. No one has time to sit here and watch that. If, of course, you like those type of videos, then let me know, of course, in the comments below what you like. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Hang on, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. That should do it. Right, let's have a play with them. Alright. I think I want an edge one there. So hopefully if this cardstock is 12 by 12, we should be able to cover it all. So I could have picked any piece of cardstock. I probably should have picked a colour I don't like, because it's going to be covered anyway. And like a colour that I will never use. But I've got the white here now, so let's just go with it. Just wondering if I needed another. I'm not sure if I like. Sorry, I should finish a sentence at a time. I don't know if I like them in the same order. Normally I do, but I'm just not so sure. Alright, we'll go with it and we'll see what happens. So there's our photo. Doesn't matter which way it goes. So there's our photo. And if you hear that garage door, sorry. That's my husband and son have just come home. And I think they've realised that they left a parcel on the table that they were meant to post for me. And they left it at home when they went out. And now they're going back out to post it. I would say that's what's happening. Oh dear. Okay, so again, like my last layout, I'm going to keep it pretty simple with embellishments. I have been going over the top with embellishments recently, and I want to try and change that. Less is more, as they say. Then I'm probably going to go the other way and have next to nothing on a page. But, you know, we'll see. We will see what happens. And does anyone find that they do the same thing over and over again? Like, I'm looking at my embellishment clusters here, and obviously I'm going to have one up here and down here. And I always tend to do that with my layouts. I have a cluster here and a cluster here. Sometimes I'll have a third, either here or here. But I always tend to go top, left, bottom, right with my clusters. I don't know why that is. There's probably a very logical reason for it. It's probably the way my brain works or something. Someone's gonna know and let me know, because I don't know. Right, so I'm just going through all the embellishments that I have here on the side, finding things to fit. Just randomly picking things. That doesn't look anything like my house. That sort of was like my house I had in Sydney before we moved to Brisbane. And now we are in a single story house. So much better on the legs, not having to go up and down the stairs all day. But anyway, you're probably not interested in any of that. I'm liking that at the moment. Like I said, I wanted to keep it simple. I have this nice green floral tag here. I'm just going to pop that. Whoops. Oh, everything moves. Anyone else have that problem? Sure you do. I find it really frustrating. Which is sometimes why when I do a layout, I just glue as I go. And how it turns out is how it turns out. Probably not the best way to be scrapping. Oh, look, I've got another one here. I can tie the two in together down here. Put you there. My house over the top a little bit. Okay, I want let's do a pot plant up there. And I've got this other pot plant down here. This is going to be my bigger cluster, so maybe I will ditch that flower. You know, people have pot plants in their homes. I don't, because I can't keep anything alive. Anywho. Right. Well, I need something for there. Maybe I'll bring this down here. I'm going to cut into those legs. I don't like the way that I cut that out of the sheet, and I couldn't be bothered cutting around the legs at the time, but they look a little bit strange like that, so I think this is going to be a quick page. There's really not much else I'm going to put on there. Okay, so there's a little pot plant down there, and our flowers and our home. Now I've got to put more on it up here, I think. I might have to dig into my stash, find a doily or so. So I might, I could make a little village, couldn't I, up here, like a little neighbourhood. No, too many homes. Okay. I'm going to have to cut that tag off. I want that up there, but that tag's gone the wrong way. So let's do a bit of doctoring. And it's too thick. Actually, that's good for tucking under there. I just want it a little bit thinner here. And I cut that crooked. Oh, jeez. Right, I can tuck that up there. Right, what else do I need? I was going to get a doily or something up there. I have some. Definitely not green. Grey, brown, blue. I could introduce another colour. Not quite sure. But now I've got to find something else that colour. To pop down here. And I don't think there's anything else. Well, there's that. I could tuck that under so you're just seeing the bottom. Aha, look at that. There's a will, there's a way. Okay, so we're getting there. Now I'm just going to play. So now I'm probably going to go quiet and fast forward and stick this down and then add the finishing touches, I think. So, yeah, I think that's what I'll do. What I did. Oh my god, I don't believe I did that. I started gluing everything down and I had not glued these strips on. Oh my gosh. Oh, sometimes I'm a worry, I tell ya. But I'm going to save it. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I did that. Oh gosh. That is so funny. Oh, I'm glad I can laugh at myself, hey. It's hilarious. Oh, I would not have been happy had I got the layout finished and then went, oh no. Picked it up and everything fell off because it was just glued on these strips of paper that weren't even lined up properly and were not glued to the page. Oh, I am so dangerous, I tell you. Oh dear. So, that's today's laugh for you. Hilarious. Oh my god. Oh. Jeez. Can't stop laughing about my own stupidity. Oh. If this page turns out any good, it will be a miracle, I tell you. Oh my dearie dearie. Okay, back to the music now. finished layout. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe, I still cannot believe that I started gluing things down before I had stuck my strips down. And now my strips are not straight and they're hanging over a little bit, so I'm going to have to trim off a fraction around the edge, a couple of edges. Anyway, it is what it is. I hope this gave you a good laugh when I started doing that and I realised that I hadn't glued the strips down. You probably noticed before I did. If you did, let me know, because that was the funniest thing ever. Well, here's my page. This is my last one for the Collection Obsession in the Facebook group Crafty Low or No Spend. I'll have that linked below, like I said. And that's my finished page. Thank you so much for watching. If you have liked this video, I'm sure it's given you a laugh, then hit the thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that notify bell so you know when my next video goes up. And maybe the next one I might get through without making some major blunder. I live in hope. Oh well, anyway. Thanks for watching. Have a scrap happy day, and I'll catch you later. Bye bye.